Imagine a treadmill. You are on it right now. You've been running since the moment you entered the workforce. You were told that if you increased your speed, if you pushed your lungs to the limit, the scenery would eventually change. You were promised a horizon of stability, a garden of rest, and the quiet dignity of a life well funded. But look around. The walls are exactly where they were 10 years ago. The air is thinner, your legs are heavier, but the machine is running perfectly. We were all sold a specific version of the truth, a linear equation for a non-linear world. The formula was simple. Academic excellence leads to professional security. Professional security leads to personal freedom. It's a comforting narrative. It's the story our parents told us because it was the story that worked for them. But somewhere along the way, the ladder was replaced by a vertical glass wall. Statistics reveal a haunting discrepancy. Since the 1970s, global productivity has soared. We are faster, smarter, and more efficient than any generation in human history. Yet, when you adjust for the true cost of living, real wages have remained frozen in time. The surplus of your late nights, your missed family dinners, and your strategic brilliance hasn't vanished. It has simply been redirected. This isn't a failure of your character, it's a success of the system's design. The modern economy wasn't built to turn workers into owners, it was built to turn effort into predictable data points. If you are exhausted at the end of the month with barely enough to reset for the next 30 days, you are not a glitch in the matrix, you are the battery that keeps it warm. In this video, we're not going to talk about hustle culture or getting rich quick. Those are just louder ways to run on the same treadmill. Instead, we're going to perform a cold, rational autopsy on the social contract. Because if you don't understand why the engine was built to stay hungry, you will spend your entire life wondering why you are never full. Let's look at the blueprint. Let's see who really benefits from your pursuit of just a little bit more. To understand why you aren't getting rich, you must first understand what the system actually rewards. We were taught that money is a trophy for hard work. But in the architecture of modern finance, money is not a trophy. It is a tool of measurement, and more importantly, a tool of control. The gear doesn't care how hard you push, it only cares about the direction of the force. There is a fundamental divide that they never mentioned in school, the chasm between labor and capital. Labor is what you do. It is the sale of your finite hours for a fixed price. But capital, however, is what you own. It is the machinery, the land, the code, and the debt of others. The modern system is meticulously designed to tax labor while subsidizing capital. When you work for a paycheck, you are taxed at the highest rates. When a corporation gains value through assets, they are granted loopholes, credits, and deferrals. The game is mathematically skewed to ensure that those who trade time stay stationary, while those who own the gears accelerate. And then there is the silent predator, inflation. Imagine you are rowing a boat upstream. If you stop rowing, you don't stay still, you move backward. Inflation is the current of the river. By design, the currency you earn is programmed to lose its purchasing power. This isn't an accident, it is an incentive. If your money held its value forever, you might stop working. You might become independent. But when your savings melt away every year, you are forced to keep rowing. You are forced to remain predictable. You are forced to stay in the gear. The financial system thrives on your debt. Your mortgage, your car loan, and your credit balance are not just liabilities for you, they are the assets of the banking elite. Every hour you work to pay off interest is an hour where you are literally a tenant of your own life. The system doesn't want you to be bankrupt, but it certainly doesn't want you to be free. It wants you in the Goldilocks zone of debt, wealthy enough to keep working, but too burdened to ever quit. This is the anatomy of the gear. It is a massive, silent engine that converts human ambition into institutional stability. It rewards those who understand its geometry and punishes those who only bring their sweat to the table. Until you stop viewing money as a reward for effort and start seeing it as a mechanism of positioning, you will remain the fuel rather than the engineer.
Understanding the mechanics of the system is one thing. Understanding why we stay is another. The machine doesn't just run on economic principles, it runs on your psychology. It has built a sophisticated filter to ensure that even those who earn more rarely become free. This is the phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill, and it is the primary tool used to neutralize the middle class. As your income grows, your world is engineered to expand with it. Every raise at work is immediately met with a new necessity: a slightly larger house, a more prestigious car, a collection of subscriptions and comforts that you are told you deserve for your hard work. This is the trap of lifestyle inflation. The system rewards your productivity with toys that keep you tethered to the job that bought them. You aren't buying luxury, you are buying a more expensive set of golden handcuffs. Then there is the weaponization of exhaustion. The modern workday is designed to drain your cognitive reserves. By the time you return home, your decision capital is spent. You don't have the mental energy to study the markets, to build a side business, or to rethink your life's architecture. Instead, you seek the path of least resistance: cheap entertainment and mindless consumption. A tired population is a compliant population. When you are exhausted, you don't seek freedom, you seek relief. And relief is something the system is more than happy to sell you back at a premium. We are also kept in a state of perpetual comparison. The digital age has turned your neighbor's highlight reel into your daily benchmark. You are encouraged to compete in a game of status, a game where the finish line is a mirage. Status is the enemy of wealth. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the assets accumulating in silence. Status is what you show. It's the depreciating assets screaming for attention. The final layer of the filter is fear. The fear of falling behind or losing what you have. This fear keeps you playing small. You are taught to value security above all else, but in an inflationary system, the safe path is actually the most dangerous one. It is a slow, guaranteed erosion of your life's potential. The filter is designed to keep you distracted, exhausted, and envious. It's a mental prison where the bars are made of your own desires. But once you recognize the bars,
they lose their power. The exit from the system is not a sudden explosion. It is a quiet, calculated migration. It begins the moment you stop trying to win the game of labor and start trying to exit it. The first step requires social courage, the rejection of status. While everyone around you is upgrading their lives to match their paychecks, you must remain stagnant in your consumption while your income grows. This creates the gap. This gap is your only true weapon. It is the fuel for your liberation. Every dollar kept within that gap is a soldier working for your freedom while you sleep. Next, you must move your focus from income to equity. In the gears of capital, income is what you use to survive, but equity is what you use to escape. You must acquire assets that possess their own gravity. The system wants you to believe this is risky, but as we've seen, the ultimate risk is relying on a single paycheck that the system can devalue or delete at any moment. You must also reclaim your cognitive capital. Stop selling your best hours to a corporation and leaving the scraps of your energy for your own dreams. Treat your job as a venture capitalist would, as a source of funding for your real mission. You are no longer an employee. You are a mole inside the machine, extracting resources to build your own fortress. Finally, understand that true wealth is the ability to say no. No to the boss you don't respect. No to the debt you don't need. No to the status games that don't matter. Freedom is the power to withdraw your presence without permission. You were never meant to be rich within the system's rules, because the rules were written by those who already are. The system is not a prison with a locked door. It is an open landscape with a very high psychological fence. Most people will never even try to climb it. You have seen the blueprint. You have heard the gears grinding. The question is no longer, why is the system like this? The only question that remains is, now that you know, what are you going to do with the time you have left? The choice, as always, is yours. But remember, the machine never stops. It only waits for its next replacement.